You pick it up before you even decide to. Your thumb knows the motion, your eyes find the screen. Somewhere between the lock screen and the first scroll, a few seconds vanish that you cannot account for. You tell yourself you'll check it once. You won't, but the real answer to why you do this isn't about willpower at all. It's about a survival system that is 2 million years old and it has no idea it's looking at a phone. Your brain doesn't separate a notification from a noise in the grass. To the part of you that evolved on the savannah, both are the same thing, a signal that something has changed in your environment, and that change might matter, might be food, might be danger, might be a member of your tribe who needs you. For nearly the entirety of human history, ignoring those signals could get you killed. So you didn't develop the option to ignore them. You developed the urge to check. That urge is not a flaw. It's the same circuitry that kept your ancestors alive long enough to become your ancestors. Here's where it gets strange. The neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz spent years studying dopamine in primates, and what he found wasn't what anyone expected. Dopamine doesn't spike when you get the reward, it spikes when you don't know if you're going to get it. The anticipation is the chemical event, the reward itself is almost an afterthought. Schultz called this a prediction error response, and it rewired how scientists understand desire itself. Think about what that means for the device in your pocket. Every time you unlock your phone, you don't know what's waiting. Maybe nothing, maybe a message that changes your day, maybe just an app icon with a small red number on it. Your brain doesn't know either, and that not knowing is precisely what makes you reach for it again. You are not addicted to your phone, you're addicted to the moment just before you find out what's on it. This isn't a new discovery about phones, it's an old discovery about behavior that phones happen to exploit perfectly. In the 1950s, the psychologist B.F. Skinner ran experiments with pigeons and levers. Some pigeons got food every time they pressed the lever, others got food only sometimes, on no fixed schedule. Which group pressed the lever more? Not the ones who were rewarded reliably, the ones who never knew when the reward was coming, pressed it obsessively, long after the food stopped appearing at all. Skinner named this pattern variable ratio reinforcement, and it remains one of the most powerful behavioral patterns ever documented. It's the same mechanism behind slot machines, it's the same mechanism behind your notifications tab. You are, in a very real sense, the pigeon, and the lever is in your hand right now. But there's a second layer to this, one that has nothing to do with dopamine and everything to do with who you are as a social creature. The anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent decades studying primate social groups, and he proposed something called the social brain hypothesis. The idea is simple but unsettling. Human brains grew larger over evolutionary time, not primarily to use tools or solve puzzles, but to track relationships. Who is trustworthy? Who is angry with whom? Who owes you something? Dunbar calculated that humans can meaningfully track around 150 relationships at once, a number now famously called Dunbar's number. For nearly all of human history, tracking those relationships required physical presence. You knew what mattered in your tribe because you were standing in it. Your phone breaks that rule completely. It tells you constantly that hundreds or thousands of people exist beyond your physical space, and that some of them might be thinking about you right now. Your social brain, the one built by millions of years of small group living, cannot tell the difference between a tribe member walking toward your fire and a stranger liking your post from another continent. Both register as social information, both demand to be checked. So when you feel that pull to look, you're not weak, you're ancient, you're running software built for a world of 40 people and immediate danger, and you're running it on a world of infinite strangers and zero danger. The mismatch isn't a personal failure, it's a design collision between two timelines that were never meant to meet. Here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. The people who designed these apps know this history. They didn't invent the urge to check, they studied it. Teams of behavioral designers, many trained in the same psychology that produced Skinner's pigeons, built interfaces specifically engineered to trigger variable reward anticipation. The pull to refresh gesture, the infinite scroll with no natural stopping point, the notification badge that uses red, the most attention grabbing color in human vision, because red has signaled danger. None of this is accidental. It is evolutionary psychology, reverse engineered, and pointed directly at you. And it works on everyone because it isn't targeting a weakness in your character. It's targeting a strand that once kept your species alive. So, what do you do with that? You can't switch off 2 million years of wiring with a single decision, but you can change your relationship to the urge once you understand where it actually comes from. The pull you feel isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that an ancient alarm system is firing in a world that no longer matches its blueprint. Knowing that doesn't silence the alarm, but it changes what you do when it rings. Instead of asking, "Why am I so weak?" you can ask, "What is this old system mistaking for danger right now?" Often the honest answer is nothing, just silence, dressed up as a signal. Some researchers studying digital behavior have started recommending something almost embarrassingly simple: removing the badge numbers, turning notifications gray instead of red, putting the phone in another room during focused work. These aren't productivity hacks, they're attempts to quiet a Savannah alarm that's ringing in a living room. When you remove the variable reward, the pull weakens, the same way Skinner's pigeons eventually stop pressing a lever that no longer surprised them. There's something almost moving in all of this if you sit with it long enough. The same brain that scans your phone 40 times a day once scanned a tree line for movement, a horizon for weather, a fire for warmth. That brain wanted more than anything to know what was happening around you, because knowing was how you stayed alive. It still wants that, it will always want that. The tool changed, the wanting didn't. So tonight, when your phone lights up on the nightstand and your hand moves before your mind agrees to it, you might remember what that motion really is. It isn't weakness, it isn't failure. It's a 2 million year old hand reaching for a fire that isn't there.